World Bank President Jim Kim has made a passionate plea to the world for 5,000 medical workers to volunteer in the fight against the spread of the deadly Ebola virus. Jim Kim made the appeal in the company of United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon and the chairwoman of the African Union, Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma, during a visit to Ethiopia to meet with other heads about the health emergency. Mr. Young Kim said that at least 5,000 medical workers and support staff will be needed urgently to combat the disease. He freely voiced his concerns about the high transmission rate of the disease as opposed to the means available to tackle it, with potential recruits and volunteers from other parts of the world being too afraid of traveling to West Africa. According to him, "Right now, I'm very much worried about where we will find those healthcare workers. With the fear factor going out of control in so many places, I hope healthcare professionals will understand that when they took their oath to become a healthcare worker, it was precisely for moments like this." Still on the subject of EVD, at the joint press conference in Ethiopia, United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon praised and commended Nigeria for supporting African nations that are seriously fighting with the scourge of the virus. He said, "I am encouraged by the recent support and pledges made by some African nations, most recently Nigeria, Ethiopia, Burundi, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, for deploying medical personnel to the affected countries. I am particularly encouraged by Nigeria for their decision to deploy medical personnel and logistics to assist these countries after containing the EVD in the country. We have much to learn from the experiences of Nigeria and Senegal for being able to contain the virus." It is recalled that Nigeria recently donated $3.5 million and 300 professional health workers to volunteer in Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone as part of her efforts to the countries mainly affected in West Africa. In Cape Town, South Africa, a law amendment is in the works to make sure that women end up with a free government house where they lived with their spouses in the event of a divorce. This reform is part of the agenda of South Africa's Human Settlements Minister, Lindiwe Sisulu, in her second stint in the portfolio. Mrs. Sisulu said she got the idea for the initiative thanks to the reality of mothers and women being the major primary caregivers of children in the society. The minister said, "When they get divorced, the house belongs to the woman. That is our policy." Mrs. Sisulu went further to add that if a wife died, the house would go to the husband on the condition that the children would be considered beneficiaries, with the house going to them if their father decided to remarry. If he found a woman to marry, he had to go start his new life without the children worrying about the changes in their home, as it belonged expressly to them and not the new family. Mrs. Lindiwe Sisulu had previously served as housing minister in South Africa from 2004 till 2009 when she was replaced. She was reinstated to office earlier this year. The relentless minister is confident that her department will carry out the policy which will protect more women and children. She also believes that the policy will improve human development and positively affect the society in the long run. She adds that the policy was unimplemented in the past because her department was headed mostly by men. Now guys, we all want you to stay safe as our governments and aid organizations work together to combat the Ebola virus disease. To play your own part, remember to wash your hands often and wash all food thoroughly. Stay away from bushmeat and bats as they can be carriers of the disease. If you feel any unusual symptoms, tiredness, fever, diarrhea or nausea, make your way to a hospital and get it checked out immediately.